On the 27th of July 2024, this movie, House of God, was released on Netflix, and a lot of Nigerians have been asking if Bashorun Gaa is a real life event. Now, the real Bashorun Gaa lived during the height of the sprawling Oyo Empire, a renowned military leader whose fall from grace has spun into a popular Yoruba adage: if you are brave, venture into wickedness. But if you remember the death of Bashorun Gaa, adhere to the truth. Amazing, right? Hey loves, welcome back to this channel. I know it's been a week I posted on this channel, but I'm glad I'm back. How have you been? If you're a new viewer on this channel, my name is Janelle, and I do movie recommendations and reviews on this channel. Okay, returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back and supporting this channel. Okay, yes, we're going to get into the review. Okay, and like I said at the beginning of this video, this movie came on Netflix on the 27th of July 2024. The runtime of this movie is about 1 hour and 55 minutes. Almost 2 hours, which is not bad, okay, because it's action packed. Now, the producers are Bolanle Austin Peters and Joseph Umoibom. It was really amazing seeing the casts of this movie. Femi Branch, Mike Afolarin, Funke Akindele, Ibrahim Chata, Toyin Abraham, Bam Bam. We had a lot of amazing actors in this movie. Juliana also was in this movie, and it was a beautiful cast and beautiful acting. Now let's talk about Bashorun Gaa. Bashorun grew up with a terrible attitude because he was seeking revenge. He grew up really bitter. Now, prior to when they showed the story of how his big brother was unalived while growing up, I had seen him as someone who had really bad attitude, but he wanted revenge so bad that he waited for it. Now, Bashorun in the Yoruba land is the prime minister, right? And Bashorun became the prime minister because he was so good at fighting. You know, he got into this community, and then they gave him the prime minister of that community. And he led and led until the point that he had so much power to even choose who would become the king. And he started that, and then he chose the first king, and he would want the king to come to his palace to bow down to him, a prime minister. He had a very big family. He even went ahead to pick a Nupe slave girl, Zainab, who was brought to his community. Now, making 4 wives, the 3 other wives were really, really mad at his decision. Now, Bashorun had 3 brothers. One, Gbagi, his younger brother, who knew nothing but drinking. You know, he wasn't a serious man. As soon as Basharun was sharing positions to his brothers and his sons, he didn't give anything to Gbagi. And that didn't tell Basharun that Gbagi would have done anything just to get back at him. Now, his wives were very patient. He was taking turns every night, while the slave girl Zainab was treated as if she was nothing. In fact, Basharun would always put it to her face like, you are nothing, right? And Basharun was so strong that whenever he makes decisions, things happen. He took out one king, took out the second king, took out the third king. Now, this last person who was going to be king was really scared, and he fortified himself, and Basharun still took out that person. Now, Princess Agboin was in love with one of Basharun's sons, the youngest son, Oyemeku. Now, Oyemeku was so in love with Agboin that when he had to go with his brother, he was pained, and he gave her a gift that she should wait for him. Right? Now, before Oyemeku would come back, Gbagi, who is Basharun's younger brother, had made advances to the princess, and it was so bad that the second brother of Basharun decided to take Princess Agboin in as a wife just to save the family from the shame. And Oyemeku came back from his trip and saw that it was the love of his life that was being given out in marriage. It was so painful. Oyemeku was so in love with this girl that he waited 7 years. After the death of his father's brother, who got married to the princess, he was still ready to take the love of his life back. But Basharun, who took upon himself to become the king, wanted this princess as his wife. His wives were pissed off. Now, as soon as he took out the last king, he became paralyzed. He couldn't walk. He couldn't do anything. And his babalawo did something that made him to walk, but they needed someone to cover up the whole problem that was going to come after that sacrifice. And this man took his last wife, the love of Oyemeku's life, and the father of Princess Agboin couldn't take it, and he decided to look for Gbagi to help them wipe out the lineage of this Basharun's family. I knew at the end of it all, Gbagi was going to be taken out. I wonder how he didn't know. In fact, the way they took him out was really sad, and they didn't kill this king. They didn't kill Basharun just like that. They burned him, right? And guess who was the only survivor? Oyemeku. Now, I feel like this movie is going to have like a continuation, but if I want to say generally, the acting was amazing. I've been seeing a lot of reviews online saying this movie is a 3/10. I would say it's a 6/10. It took a lot. It took a lot to get this done. It took so much to get this movie out, and it took a lot of money too, right? I would say it's a 6/10. The acting was good. It got me glued to my screen. I can't even lie. Can't lie. Maybe because I love this kind of setting, right? If you love traditional movies, you're going to love this one. And yes, please let me know the next movie you would like me to review, okay? Thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.